Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. And if you're having issues with your Invisalign or ClearCorrect or SureSmile or white label attachments sticking on the teeth, like they're popping off, I have a lot of videos about how to troubleshoot that. And I'm not going to go all into that. I'd actually like you to watch those videos first. In order to access those, you can go to your YouTube channel, put in the search bar at the top, Straightsmile Solutions, 3 words. And then from there, it takes you to my home page. Once you get to the tabs at the top, there's a tiny magnifying glass towards the top right, but not in the corner. You can put in the word Invisalign attachments, and it should bring up all those videos on how to do it. There's also great resources within your Invisalign portal. Under the educational cert, they have lots of videos on how to bond attachments and everything. And there is no wrong or right way to, well, there are wrong ways to do it, but there's lots of different ways to do it. And if you ask orthodontists, everyone's gonna have a different opinion. So you need to find what works for you in your chair. And as long as they're staying on, good, it's working for you, right? So, but one of the major troubleshooting things that I find whenever a doctor tells me they're struggling, first thing I always ask them is, okay, did it fall off within 24 hours of you placing it or after 24 hours? That's the magical number for me. If it's within 24 hours, it's your fault. It's a bonding error, okay? If it's after 24 hours, it could be one of many things. It could be what the patient ate. I mean, we don't normally do a restrictive diet with Invisalign, but sometimes these new, more optimized attachments that have some funky shapes, they can act as a wedge, you know, and easily, or a lever, and they could be busted off if the patient's eating like flaming hot Cheetos or taco shells or, you know, things that are really hard candies, nuts, things like that. So yeah, you gotta make a diet, you know, give them the list of restricted foods that you give for braces patients. And if you don't have a copy of that, that's something that we do sell on our website under documents. We have a food list. I believe we have it there. If not, it's free for any of our concierge, a la carte, premium members. Anyone that's purchased a service from us, it is free. We'll be glad to help you with that document. Just ask us and we'll give it to you. If you're not one of our clients, then they're $20 each for our handouts. But you can also look online. It's not that hard to find a braces food list. They're out there, so go ahead and find one yourself. I usually have the patients keep a food journal. Every little snack that they put in their mouth, I want to see what it is, and I try to find, you know, a week or 2 weeks, everything. It has to be very detailed. If they didn't leave a detailed one, they didn't do it right. But let's say it is coming off within 24 hours. One of the number one reasons it comes off, and this is why I have a foot here, is the pumice. So obviously you can't just stick them on. You have to make sure your patient's teeth are clean, and you can't come right after a prophy and do it, because the pumice that they have that's in those little cups, it has either essential oils or oils in it to help to distribute it on the teeth, or it can have fluoride, either of which we don't want because it's going to affect the bonding. So you actually want to use lab pumice, which is basically just like the stone all ground up into a fine mixture. No flavors, no colors, no, it's not in a cup. Actually, they do sell it in a cup. I lied. They have one that's in a cup, but it's not. It's literally just pumice and water. That's all it is. You can buy them in a cup, or you can just buy it in a container, lab pumice, and just put it in a little, like mixing pots and a little water and prophy it on. You can even just dip a cotton roll in it and just scrub it on the teeth. It's just like kind of an abrasive toothbrush. But yeah, that's the number one thing. Just make sure you get the pellicle and the plaque off the teeth, rinse dry. Isolate, you know, I don't really care if you want to use flowable, that's fine. You have to be really careful because it can make a big mess. Sometimes I'll do a little pigtail. I call it a pigtail. I go in with an explorer from the inside to the out of each attachment and just make a tiny little poke going. You can't go outside in, you have to go inside out. So that way when you poke the flash or the extra material from when you poke the hole, it doesn't affect the seating of the aligner. It goes out and not in. But that way, if you have extra material from the flowable, it squirts out like a little pigtail. And when you just remove it, it just breaks off. So that works really well. I've definitely done that. Or you just do packable. Sometimes packable, if it's overfilled and not smushy enough, it's not like a hybrid, it's hard to get in those little crevices, some of those crazy optimized attachments. So you have to be really good at packing it. You can go ahead and prep this ahead of time. If you have one of those very light-proof containers, and they sell these at any marijuana dispensary store, or you can buy them on Amazon. They're like black and they're light-proof and smell-proof. No air gets in. You can preload in a darker room your aligners, throw them in one of these things, label it, and you can do it the day before. And then when it's time to deliver, it's already preloaded. That's what I recommend, because you really need to take the time to load those aligners. And you know, when a patient's sitting in the chair, you feel rushed, right? So better to do it early in the morning or the night before. Put it in one of those, you know, weed dispensary containers. They cost about $20 from Amazon, or you can get it at any dispensary. Throw your aligners in there. Just let it store with the patient's name on it, and then so easy for you to go ahead and bond the next day. All you have to do is etch, rinse, air dry till chalky, scrub your primer on, like cure if you need to for the primer, and slap it on. And just do one at a time. Make sure you're pushing hard, biting on cotton rolls, pressing against the teeth while you're light curing it. And then when you're peeling it off, you can't just yank it. You know, you have to like almost like with a plastic instrument, almost like tease it off as you go. You don't just pull, because you pull, it's going to, you know, plop those attachments off. But that's pretty much it. Those are my tricks for you. All right, thanks so much.